Okay guys, so recently I did a video where I reacted to a YouTuber named His Story. In that video, a lot of you guys were telling me to react to another person called Her Story. Now, here's the thing. How many other stories are there? Is it like a family or something? Like, what is going on? So, in today's video, we are going to be reacting to someone named Her Story. I'm assuming that's His Story's sister or something like that. I have no idea. But, judging from the looks of it definitely does look like his sister. Look at this. This is like the blue and green eyes and stuff. Wait, does she post videos also? Oh my gosh. Wait, so this is literally like a whole like family channel or something. I don't even know. Oh my, they're posting mad videos daily. What, the same amount, 10 videos a day or something? All right, let's see their oldest one first. Like before we see their most recent one, let's look at their oldest one first and then their most popular. And then we'll look at the latest version. Okay. The ending is kind of funny. All right, let's see this.
When I saw my husband's newest friend over for...
Oh my gosh, her voice is a girl voice too. All right. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't that. All right, let's just watch.
Dinner. I knew I had 60 seconds to leave the house. I came home from work and my husband was beaming in the kitchen. Hey babe, I want you to meet someone. My new friend from work. He's making us dinner tonight. A man stepped out from behind the counter. My blood turned to ice. I recognized that face immediately. I'd seen it in every one of my nightmares for 3 years. This is Chase. He's like a brother to me already. My husband gleamed. Chase smiled at me. A calm, friendly smile. Nice to meet you. My legs almost buckled. He'd found me. For context, I was kidnapped when I was 19, a college freshman, walking home alone from a late study session. I was wearing headphones when a van pulled up beside me. I didn't even have time to react before a hand clamped over my mouth and dragged me inside. I was duct taped and driven for hours. The man took me to a house in the middle of nowhere, kept me in a soundproof basement chained to a pipe. I was there for 4 months. He came down every night, sometimes twice, called me his project, said he was training me, made me thank him when he was done. He took photos, videos, made me say things into the camera, said if I ever escaped, he'd send the footage to everyone I loved. When I fought back, he burned me with cigarettes. The night I escaped, he forgot to lock the door.
Bro, what the heck is going on? Wait, okay. So in my last video, when I did the His Story reaction, a lot of you guys were telling me that the majority of the stories that I reacted to were real. Is that the same for this one? Is this real? Is this like a real story? The ending is kind of funny. Are you why did... Can I not speak? Are you serious?
Ran barefoot through the woods for 6 hours until I collapsed at a gas station. Police never found him no matter how hard they looked. He simply vanished. But before I changed my name and moved across the country, a letter arrived at my hospital room. I'll find you. We'll pick up right where we left off. Now he was here, standing in my kitchen, stirring pasta. Like the last 3 years were intermission. My heart was slamming against my ribs. I needed an excuse to get out of the house. I forgot my water bottle in the car. I said to my husband, let me go grab it. My husband walked over to me. No worries, babe. You've had a long day. I'll go get it for you. He started walking out the door. I grabbed his arm. No, I'll go get it myself. It's fine. I'm right here. I said I'll get it. I snapped. My husband stopped, looked at me weird. Why do you want to go outside so badly? I froze. I need to talk to you. Outside, right now. He stared at me, then sighed. Chase actually warned me about this. My stomach dropped. He told me women get weird when their husbands make new male friends. Something about losing control. I realized it then. Chase had already manipulated him.
Bro, what am I watching right now? I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what I'm watching. I don't know if this is a legit... Let me see the comments. I slapped him. It's crazy. What? Her slapping him for... Okay, you know what? Let's just keep watching.
Already planted seeds against me. That's when Chase appeared around the corner. A calm smile. Everything okay? Yeah, my husband said. Just going to grab her bottle. He stepped outside before I could react. The door closed, leaving me and Chase alone. Chase quickly walked toward me, reached past my shoulder. He locked the deadbolt before I could stop him. Told you we'd pick up where we left off. He backed me against the wall. You really thought you could hide from me? New name, new city. I'd never felt so scared. His hand gripped my jaw. I've been watching you for 6 months, getting close to him, becoming his best friend, waiting for tonight. I felt like I was going to throw up. My husband is right outside. Chase scoffed. Your husband thinks I'm the greatest guy he's ever met. He's not coming to save you. He grabbed my arm, then put his hand over my mouth. I tried to scream as loud as I could. Nothing came out. I screamed again. No sound. Chase was smiling at me like this was amusing. That's when I bit his hand, hard as I could. He let go just long enough for me to yell, help! My husband heard it immediately. He ran back to the door, tried the handle, locked.
Bro, what the heck is going on? What the heck? What is... All right, wait, what?
With fists. Babe, what's happening there? Chase was angry now. He grabbed my throat with his hands and started squeezing. Then I saw it. My husband ran around the side to the window. He looked in and saw Chase pinning me against the wall. Saw his hand around my throat, the tears streaming down my face. I made eye contact with my husband. Something inside him snapped. He grabbed the patio chair and hurled it through our window. Glass exploded everywhere. He climbed through without hesitating. Shards slicing his arms, blood running down to his elbows, but he didn't even flinch. He tackled Chase before Chase could react. They hit the floor hard. The thing is, my husband is a 6'4" jiu-jitsu black belt. He wrestled Chase down, then grabbed a lamp from the side table. Chase tried to raise his hand to defend himself, but it was too late. My husband brought the lamp down right on Chase's skull. Once, twice. Chase went limp. My husband dropped the lamp and crawled to me. Are you okay? Please talk to me. Are you okay? I couldn't speak. Just collapsed into his chest sobbing. He pulled out his phone, dialed 911, never let go of me once. Police dragged Chase out in handcuffs. They took my husband in for questioning, but we had security cameras in our hallway. He was released by morning. I bandaged my husband's sliced arms while he sat at our kitchen table. I told him everything for the first time. He just listened, didn't interrupt once. Then he spoke. Guess you could say he really chased after you, huh? Get it? I slapped.
Bro, What was this that I just watched? All right, the ending is kind of funny, buddy. What? What? Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Is this how the whole channel is? For a first video? This is a little crazy. Okay, you know what? Let's see. Okay, that was their oldest video. Let's look at their most popular video. She looks tasty. Oh my God. Bro, what the heck? Yo, you're safe with me. I don't know if I like these kinds of videos. It's starting to seem like, you know, his story, like that channel was about like emotional stories and stuff like that. This one is starting to feel like it's about kidnapping, and I don't know if I'm too much of a fan of that. Let's just watch. She looks tasty. This is the craziest title I've ever seen, and I understand why it got 20 million views. But let's watch this story now.
This boy was trolling on the dark web when her sister noticed he slammed his laptop shut. He was shivering, and she knew something was wrong. Scared, he immediately ran to the living room. She yelled, "What happened?" But he wouldn't say anything. He started freaking out, closing all of their blinds, locking the front door, and she begged him to tell her what was going on. He was freaking out, and that's when she opened his laptop. She couldn't believe it. Someone sent him a picture of their front door. They sent another picture, and when she clicked on it, it was a picture.
I swear I've heard this story before. Or was it from this channel? I legit remember this story, but let's keep watching. But I do definitely think I remember this story.
Picture of her through their window that said, "She looks tasty." She couldn't breathe. She was about to run and grab their dad, but her brother grabbed her arm saying, "No, he'll kill me if he knew I was on there." Neither of them slept that night until someone rang the doorbell the next morning. A guy with a badge told their dad they saw some suspicious activity coming from their network, but he told him he didn't know anything about it. He told them to stay safe. But the next day in class, her principal burst through their door. She told her she had to come with her that second and that the police were there, and she followed her to the office thinking it had to be her brother. But the second she walked in, she saw the same guy from yesterday holding his badge. He smiled when he saw her and told her there was an emergency at her house. He grabbed her arm and tried to pull her out, but she resisted. "No, tell me what happened. Is my brother okay?" But he didn't say anything. "Come with us." She didn't want to, but her principal nodded and said, "They're police officers."
Oh no, wait, I don't remember this part of the story. See, at first I thought I remembered this. I don't know. I don't really like the way these police officers are. They seem like fake police officers now. What's going on?
Honey, go with them. They took her outside, but she noticed their car didn't have any police stickers on it. She thought these guys must just be undercover, but when they put her in the back, she immediately noticed there weren't any door handles either. There was no way she could get out. "Where are we going?" But they laughed. She was sweating now. "Please, I just want to see my brother." But they didn't say anything until they saw flashing lights behind them. Both of the guys immediately got nervous, and when she realized it was the police, she knew this was her chance. The cop was walking up to the car, and she was about to scream for help, but just before she did, she felt something sharp in her stomach.
No, what the freaking chicken? Oh no, I don't,
down and saw the man holding a knife against her. The cop walked up and looked inside the car, and when he saw her crying, he looked suspicious. She tried anything she could to signal for help, but the man said, "That's just my niece. She's upset because we didn't get McDonald's." She couldn't say anything. The knife was already cutting her skin, and the cop just told them to have a good day. She was crying, but they drove off. She accepted her life was over. She wasn't ever gonna see her family again until they started arguing. "He saw our faces, man. If we kill her, they're gonna know it was us." So in that moment, they opened the door and threw her out, and she had to run back with her hands tied. This boy was trolling on the dark web.
Bro, okay, I'm gonna be honest, is that a real story? The fact that the little boy would rather let something bad happen to both him and his sister instead of telling their dad the situation is crazy. Exactly, stupid kid. Wait, bro, I'm not gonna lie though. I don't know how I feel about this channel. I might be tripping or something, but I don't know how I feel. Like, I don't know. All right, so we just watched their first ever short, and then we just watched their most popular short. Now let's see some of their recent stuff. This one came out 23 minutes ago. She made a toast about me. Okay, wait. Now that I think about it though, both the shorts that we just watched, the character of her wasn't even here, but now she's here. Whoa, oh no, I don't. All right, you know, but now she's here, So let's actually see what her stuff is about, because this is what y'all really wanted me to watch. Y'all really wanted me to watch her. All right, so let's see. Okay, what is, she fooled me. All right, let's see this.
A 4-year-old girl in bloody pajamas started banging on the door. I opened it. Pee pee, please, can I have some food? She looked at the table full of food behind me, and her eyes practically lit up. Where are your parents? I escaped from them. My mom knows I ran away. She's coming for me. I saw the fear in her eyes and quickly let her in. She immediately ran towards the table and ate like she hadn't seen food in days. My husband locked the front door and shut every blind in the house. She kept watching the windows between bites. Please don't call the police. My daddy is a police officer. He'll find me. I crouched down to her level. You're safe, sweetie. We'll make sure of it. But 5 minutes later, headlights pulled into our driveway. A woman jumped out and stormed to our front door. Bang, bang, bang. I grabbed the girl and rushed her to the back bedroom. My husband opened the door, and while we hid in the hallway, I listened to what he said. No, we haven't seen anyone walking around. Sorry. The woman drove off, and the girl cried herself to sleep in my lap, so I carried her to the guest room. But the next morning, I woke up, and the guest room was empty. I walked through the house, and my jewelry box was cleaned out. The safe in my husband's office was open. Our laptops and bags were all gone. The back door was wide open, unlocked from the inside. As me and my husband ran to check the security cameras, my head was spinning. While we slept, the girl crawled out of the guest room and let the woman from earlier into the house. Together, they robbed us blind. On her way out, the girl looked up at the camera and smiled. A 4-year-old girl in—
heck no. Oh no. I let someone into my house, they come and rob me? Buddy, you better hide. The police is not stopping you from me. Yo, what? What? If I let you in my house and you rob me? Buddy, you better pray that you better turn yourself in. Cause what do you mean? Oh, if I catch you, it's GG's to your career. And when I mean career, I mean life, gangy. What do you mean? All right, let's watch her most recent one.
My stepsister stood up at our mom's birthday dinner, raised her glass, and said, "Here's to people who don't stab their own sisters in the back." Every head at the table turned to look at me. I picked up my own water glass and held it loosely between my fingers. Our mom's face froze mid-smile, our dad's hand stopped reaching for his wine, and Zach, my stepsister's boyfriend, stared at the tablecloth like he wanted to disappear into it. Jackie kept her glass in the air, waiting for me to crack. I'd spent 2 weeks knocking on her bedroom door while she slammed it in my face, ever since she decided I was sleeping with the boyfriend who kept canceling on her. I raised my glass back at her. I'd never touched him, and I had every text to prove it. You want to make a toast? Okay, let's make a toast. I set my glass down and pulled my phone out of my purse. To the flowers he asked me about because they're your favorite. To the ring he asked me about because he didn't know if you wanted round or square. To the restaurant he asked me about because he wanted to take you back to your first date. Jackie didn't lower her glass. You're really going to stand there and make up text messages at mom's birthday? Our mom took the phone out of my hand and started scrolling through the messages. Jackie's glass came down slowly. Zach pushed his chair back and stood up with his own glass. She's telling the truth. He pulled a small velvet box out of his jacket pocket and set it on the table next to his wine.
Dang.
That's why I kept canceling on you. I was meeting her to plan it. Our dad lifted his glass too and looked straight at Jackie. And you told the whole family she was sleeping with him. Jackie sat back down in her chair and put both hands over her mouth. Our mom slid the phone across the table to her so she could read the messages herself.
Dang.
Jackie read them and her shoulders started shaking. Zach didn't move toward her, didn't touch her shoulder, didn't say it was okay. He picked the velvet box up off the table, put it back in his pocket, and set his glass down full. I need to think, he told her, and he walked out to the porch. Jackie looked at me across the centerpiece with her makeup running down her chin. I lifted my water glass one more time, this time toward her. Here's to people who ask questions before they make toasts.
Dang.
My stepsister—
Dang, boy. Oh, no. The final toast line. Here's to people who ask questions before they make toast. Absolutely cleared her out. Nah. Zach putting the ring back in his pocket and walking out was the ultimate power move. Nah, facts though. Bro was moving like me. Actually, I've never done that. I've never been in a situation like that, but that's what I would do though. You know what I'm saying? But that's like what I would do though. My guy is moving like me. Hold on. All right, let's see you next time.
The day before our final exam,
What the heck? How do we get to his story now? What the heck? We was just watching her story. Now we're watching his story. What about my story though? You know what I'm saying? What about my story? He dumped me for dancing. Everyone knew something I didn't. What the heck?
I sat down in the empty row of the school bus and the whispering started instantly. Why is she even coming on the school trip? Didn't her mom just die last week? I folded open the map of where we were going and started tearing up because it was the same lake me and my mom used to go every year before she got cancer. And I knew I couldn't say no to coming. But now, curled up in the corner alone with my forehead pressed to the window, I had no idea how I was going to survive 3 days in a place where every memory was her. We got off the bus to start the tour, and when I met our tour guide, his eyes were instantly filled with pity, and I knew the school had told him what happened too. So during lunch, I locked myself in the bathroom, sat on the sink, ready to fake being sick so I could go home. But out the window, there was the lake me and my mom used to swim in, where she'd squeeze my hands and say, "Be strong for me, baby." So I walked out and smiled through the boat safety talk, all to stay strong for my mom. And the harder I smiled, the more everyone kept their distance from me, like they were all waiting for something to happen that I didn't know about yet. At sunset, Ms. Alvarez led us into the rowboats, and when we made it to the middle of the lake, the tour guide took out a floating lantern and raised it to the sky. For a second, I closed my eyes to blink back the tears because this was me and my mom's tradition every year. When I opened them, everyone around me had a floating lantern, and they were all staring at me. Did you guys do this for me? My teacher took my hands the same way Mom used to. Your mom did this. She called the school a few months ago and planned the whole night because the lanterns were your thing with her. She said you'd fake smile through the day to try and be strong and told us to leave you alone until we got to the boats. The girl
This story is nice.
beside me pushed a lantern into my hands. We've been dying to hug you all day. The boat folded around me as I let mine go and watched it climb with the others. For the first time since the funeral, I wasn't at this lake without her. I sat down in the empty row of the school bus.
That was a W story. Wait, okay. She finally cooking with the stories. Y'all. Okay, wait. You know what? Let me watch this one. This one looked really weird. I want it to be separated. This one looks weird. Let me see this.
When the doctors said they could finally separate me and my conjoined twin, only one of us was happy. For 10 years, me and Vanessa shared one body, but we made it work. When we brushed our teeth in front of the mirror, I would brush and she would floss. When we painted our nails, I'd do the hands and she'd do the feet. But when our parents finally saved enough money to have us separated, I thought we'd both be celebrating. But that night, Vanessa turned to me. "I don't want us to go through with this. I can't live without you." I stroked my own hand to comfort her because I knew she could feel it. "It's okay. The surgery will go fine."
That is such a weird thing. Wait, what the heck? That is so weird now that I think about it. What the heck? How does that even work? Like the surgery? I don't even want to, you know what? I'm not thinking about that. I'm not going to think about that.
Say anything, and I shrugged because I thought she'd come to her senses. And the next morning, while the doctors injected anesthesia into our arms and we counted back from 10, my heart was beating with adrenaline because I couldn't wait to have a life that was finally mine. But when we both woke up 8 hours later, I felt her moving and I screamed in horror. The surgeon stood at the end of the bed. "Don't worry, we didn't go through with it. Your sister told us you'd both changed your minds. She said neither of you wanted to be apart." I was so horrified the room started spinning. She'd sabotaged my one chance at freedom. I never said that. I wanted this more than anything. Vanessa was already crying. "I told you I can't live without you." I started hyperventilating because I knew my sister was going to do everything she could to keep us stuck together forever. My eyes darted around the room, desperately looking for a solution. And that's when I spotted a bag of peanuts someone had left on the edge of the bed. While Vanessa cried and no one was looking, I instantly grabbed a handful and immediately shoved it into my mouth. The allergic reaction started immediately, and I breathed a sigh of relief because I knew now they would be forced to do the surgery. I lied. "My heart is failing. It hurts. I think it's cardiac arrest." Me and Vanessa's throats both started closing. I could feel her squeezing her own hand so hard it drew blood to punish me, but I didn't care anymore. The monitors went off all at once. "We need to go through with this. They could die." This time, before Vanessa could say anything, they started injecting the anesthesia again. I woke up 8 hours later to 1 heartbeat on the monitor instead of 2. My one hand covered my mouth as I gasped because for the first time I was free, but I was immediately confused because Vanessa wasn't there. "We were able to save both of you, but Vanessa woke up from the surgery first, and when she saw she was separated from you, she plugged out the health monitor on herself. We found out too late. I'm sorry. She always said she couldn't live without me. Turns out she was right."
Bro, what the heck? Okay, this was I don't know. Like, this is one of those feelings. Like, I get one of those weird I think this is the first time I've ever had a feeling like this before, where it wasn't like, it's not a cringe feeling, but it's like a disturbing feeling. Like, I feel really disturbed watching. I don't know why, but this specific story, I felt really disturbed watching it. And it's so, I don't know, but I just felt disturbed. I felt disturbed watching that. I don't even know how to explain that feeling, bro. Okay, let's watch something else. All right. Okay. Wait. Let's watch. You know what? Let's watch one of her most popular videos, but like when she started using the new character. Okay, this one.
A girl walked into my salon with a man twice her size. Buzz every hair off her head. As she sat down, I could tell her hair hadn't been washed in weeks. What are we doing today, sweetheart? But just as she opened her mouth, he stepped forward. I already told you what we're doing today. You have 20 minutes, then we're leaving no matter what. We have somewhere to be. I tilted the girl's head back over the basin and lifted the hair off her forehead. Written across her skin in black Sharpie were 2 words: help me. I let the water run and kept my hands moving, but everything in my body locked up. The girl locked eyes with me like I was the last person on earth who could save her. But the man was watching us from 15 feet away. I had 17 minutes to call the police. I stepped away from the basin and pretended to grab a towel when really I was trying to get to my phone. I got 3 steps before he looked up from his chair and looked suspicious, so I grabbed the towel rack instead. 15 minutes. The girl lifted up her sleeves to show me her hands covered in scars, and I knew something was very, very wrong. I quickly grabbed a receipt and scribbled, "Call the police." I tried to pass it to the receptionist, but the man called out from his chair, "What did you just hand her?" The receptionist froze, looked at the note, looked at the man. "Yeah, what are you doing?" she asked, completely oblivious. "Oh, I just wanted you to throw this out for me." She threw it away without reading it. 12 minutes. He stood up. "How much longer?" I held up a chunk of matted hair. "These knots go all the way to the root. If I rush this, it'll rip her skin open." He sat back down, but moved his chair closer to us. I leaned in to adjust her cape, and she whispered, "If we leave, I'm not coming back." 9 minutes. The back room was 20 steps behind me. I could get there and dial 911 in under a minute, but that meant leaving her alone with him. 6 minutes. I looked around the whole salon. Every stylist was with a client. The receptionist was on a call. Nobody was looking at us. I had nothing. 1 minute. He walked straight toward us. "Give me the clippers. I'll do it myself." But just as he reached past me toward the counter, the front door swung open. 2 officers barged in and
Yeah, that receptionist, smart. That was smart. No, because no one peeped game. No one peeped game at what the receptionist was doing. She was acting stupid so that it wouldn't throw the guy off. I peeped game. I knew it. But like only a young OG like me would know that.
followed the direction.
No, let me see the comments. Lifted up her sleeves where my satisfaction to this whole channel. Buried her face in my shoulders. So, but bro, all right, never mind.
Of my coworker who was pointing straight at him. Every woman in that salon watched as he was escorted out in handcuffs. How did you know to call the police? The back of his neck had the Buddhist symbol of peace. The second the door closed behind him, the girl grabbed my arm with both hands and buried her face into my shoulder. When she finally pulled back, I took a warm cloth and wiped the Sharpie off her forehead.
That was definitely not her shoulders.
He's gone. So what are we actually doing today? She looked at herself in the mirror and her eyes filled up. Can you just make it pretty? A girl walked into my salon with a man twice.
Bro, this is crazy. All right, but you guys let me know what y'all think about this channel down below. I actually like this channel. I don't know which one I like better, his story or no, I think I like his story better. I don't know. Y'all let me know which one is better, his story or her story. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I am out, guys. Bye.